the investigators are looking at?
I think it's fair to say that there have been people of interest to the investigators, and everyone that they've identified so far, they've been able to exonerate. Perhaps exonerate isn't the best word, but they've been able to eliminate them as being an actual suspect. And we do not have a name of a person or persons who are actual suspects. That's what they're focusing on still.
So there's not someone behind the scenes that you secretly know about that you're just waiting on one more piece of evidence or one more piece of DNA, and then boom, this will be settled?
I can tell you that I'm not aware of any single person with a name that we're focusing on, that the investigators are focusing on.
Okay, so it could be a while.
It could be, or it could break open any time. Or it could break open any time. Or it could break open any time.
Is that a slight upturn of the cheek and a twinkle in the eye that I detect? He's a sick one indeed.
Are there persons of interest and people that the investigators are looking at?
I think it's fair to say that there have been people of interest to the investigators, and everyone that they've identified so far, they've been able to exonerate. Perhaps exonerate isn't the best word, but they've been able to eliminate them.
Let's hear that again, okay? Hey, thanks, Huda, for bringing this News Nation little ditty back to life again here. And for playing it over for a second time. Well, I'm going to play it over a few times because I just think this is just incredible what he just said. Incredibly stupid on his part. Wow. He just put his foot, let's say he just put his feet, both of them, in his mouth. Wow.
Persons of interest and people that the investigators are looking at?
I think it's fair to say that there have been people of interest to the investigators, and everyone that they've identified so far, they've been able to exonerate. There have been people of interest to the investigators, and everyone that they've identified so far, they've been able to exonerate. Perhaps exonerate isn't the best word. People of interest to the investigators, and everyone that they've identified so far, they've been able to exonerate.
Are you stumbling over your words there, Mr. Santa? How dare you? Exonerate, exonerate, exonerate. What are you talking about? I would love for you to, talk a little bit more about this. Tell us who those people are. Tell us who you, let go. Tell us what frat guys it was, in my opinion. Do tell. Do tell what your fellow brothers are doing today. Are they partying? Are they in Mexico? Are they at their family homes? Or were they? Is that where they went after this happened to Thanksgiving vacation? Went and had Thanksgiving dinner like nothing ever happened? Bill, come on. Spill it. You know you got it up in there. You got a few beans left in there, right? Doesn't he look like, you guys, I have to say this. Doesn't he look like he would really fart when he ate chili? I'm sorry, I had to say it. Because that's what he looks like to me. He looks like he would be noisy. He probably carries a bottle of Beano in his back pocket. Sorry, I had to go there. Oh my gosh, if I didn't laugh through some of this stuff, I would be crying all the time. But Bill, seriously. Seriously, Bill. Spill the beans. Where are your wrinkles, Bill? I wonder if, I'm just going to say this because, this is something that went around a while back, a long time ago, during, I think it was, Hillary and what was it they were eating, taking this something from whatever. I mean, I don't know if this is true. All I know is I heard it, and it was talking about what they all eat to keep them young. And I'm just wondering what Bill eats to keep him wrinkle free over there, because at his age he should have more wrinkles than that, don't you guys think? He's awful rosy-cheeked. I mean, does he spin in a circle and lose 10 years or what? Maybe he's spinning so fast that the wrinkles like fly back. It's a natural facelift, right? Maybe something like that. I don't know. But I think Bill's a person of interest, to tell you the truth. In my opinion, purely speculation. Allegedly all just what it's just what I think. And I could be totally off, but I could be totally on too. Look at that blank. Look at this. Look at that. Those are some DEADIs, if I do say so myself. There is no, look at that. Where are you, Bill? Bill. Wake up, Bill. Bill. Knock, knock, knock. Are you in there? Bill, say something. Bill. Dang, you guys, what are we going to do? I think he's in there somewhere, but I can't really see him. He can't see us. It looks like he can't see anything. You think he's in there? 2.0 X. Oopie. Bill? Hey, Bill. What'd you have for breakfast? Where'd you get it? Is there markets that sell that kind of stuff? Bill, did you put milk over it? Bill? Hey. Bill. All right. Looks like he's not going to answer us not in right now anyway. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, everybody have a great Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know who you're rooting for. I'm pretty much a Niners when I'm not for the Hawks, that kind of thing. But you never know what's going to happen. Tell me who you're rooting for. I'm not rooting for this guy, though. But I would like him to wake up and tell us the truth. That's what I would like. But you know what? By the looks of it right here, I don't think that's going to happen. He's in there deep. Look at him. He's almost... That's scary. Ooh, let's not look at him anymore. Let's look at something delightful. Let's go out on a delightful note. So let me see if I can find something delightful. Hold on. Okay, well, I didn't find anything, right off the bat. Actually, this is the first thing I found, actually, which kind of was like, whoa, are you kidding me? So, watch at your own discretion. Maybe this is, I don't know why Bill's got such rosy cheeks. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's just a question. It's just a thought, it's just like, whoop, right past me. But anyway, here you go. Bon appetit.
There's a bit of, less than appetizing legislation to deal with in House State Affairs Committee. And in case you didn't know this, Idaho is the only state that specifically outlaws cannibalism. Still the case, nothing's changed there, but there was some concern after those who keep tabs on what's happening at the State House saw cannibalism, just that word, cannibalism, on the agenda, or the menu, as it were, for today. Why? Well, that's the main question we had before the committee hearing this morning. Afterwards, that left us wondering, what are we doing?
Ask Bill.
The committee will now consideration RS 31078. Representative Scott.
In one of the most anticipated moments of the morning,
thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Republican Representative Heather Scott stepped to the podium in the House State Affairs Committee.
RS 31078, cannibalism. And I know this seems like it's a heavy topic, actually. It might seem kind of gruesome, and it kind of is.
Cannibalism is already a crime in Idaho under a chapter titled Mayhem. Any person who willfully ingests the flesh or blood of a human being is guilty of cannibalism. It was passed in 1990 after a rash of unfounded satanic panic investigations in Idaho during the 80s. Representative Scott wants to add a line to that law. Anyone who willfully provides said flesh and blood to another person to ingest without that person's knowledge or consent is also guilty of cannibalism. Anyone who willfully provides said flesh and blood to another person to ingest without that person's knowledge or consent is also guilty of cannibalism. Okay, so why is this a worry for an Idaho lawmaker? Well, Representative Scott brought up two reasons.
So a few years ago, back in 2019, I heard that Washington State was starting to do human composting, and that disturbed me. So I wanted to address this because what I didn't want to see is bags of compost with human bone fragments.
Yes, human composting is a thing in several states, including Washington. But the remains aren't being bagged. They're being spread in a forest outside Battleground, Washington, to help it recover from logging. And the other reason Representative Scott got during a flight last summer.
And I watched a video of some food show.
All right, Chef, can you tell us the 3 secret ingredients that might be found in this amazing sausage that you made for us today?
The 3 secret ingredients that might be found in the sausage are fish liver, human flesh, or shark.
Are those really the 3 ingredients?
Yeah,
And one of the options they told these people that was in the food was human flesh.
or human flesh.
God help you, it better be shark. Not okay. That's not all right.
You know,
It's a wonderful renewable protein.
Well, hey, all right,
No,
are you
that's
sure?
disgusting. That's
You know, I didn't know it was going to go like this
no,
either.
that's
This is the
really
problem with the
disgusting.
stigma of this.
Chef, are you serious?
Yeah, of course.
I thought, this is going to be normalized at some point. The way our society.
Looks like the Bayless lunch is ready. Perfect timing. I think I heard his stomach growling. Man, that girl looked like a scrapper on there. That show, I wouldn't want to scrap with her. I don't scrap anyway, but man, she looked like she'd be tough. Just saying.
Problem with the stigma of this.
Chef, are you serious?
Yeah, of course.
I thought, this is going to be normalized at some point. The way our society's going and the direction we're going, this is going to be normalized.
So Representative Scott based her bill on a video posted to TikTok a month ago
Yes, I'm afraid you're both wrong. It is human flesh.
No.
about something that wasn't actually real.
We're going to stop shooting this right now. We're going to do another show called Fameless. It's David Spade's new prank show.
God.
I guess this is what happens when you do your own research.
There's a lot of documentation out there. If you just Google it, there's a ton of people showing it and how they're doing it.
Must have been a short flight since Representative Scott didn't seem to watch the end of that video. I know what you're thinking. Soylent Green is people! Well, Representative Scott said she was wanting to stop human composting from getting into the food supply, which is why she brought this bill forward. So just to reiterate, when it does come to human composting, what's left after 8 to 12 weeks is 1 cubic yard of compost, which is mostly plant material and very little human DNA left in it. Families can take that cubic yard home, or they can donate it, which is then spread around to several spots across Washington, which is what I found out today. But it is not used for food production. By the way, I did try to ask Representative Scott about this bill at the risk of being blasted on social media. Her response, she'd rather not. House Bill 522 was printed, and we will wait to see when it will get a public hearing.